today we're going to have a go at making text fit a shape. And because for the project you're doing in college is to do with fruit, we're going to choose fruit. You can choose any fruit you want. Okay, I've chosen an orange, just in the search for an orange. I'm going to right click on that orange there and save it. And save it on the desktop. And I have already done this. And now you'll see I've got 2 on my desktop, so that's that. Just to show you how to do that. So let's go then into Photoshop. I had a play with one earlier. I'm not going to save it. And we're going to create a new file. And we're going to go for A4. And I think I would like it to be landscape. So we've got our plain background. Now you can keep it white, you could colour it. If you did want to colour the background, you can choose a colour. Let's have a look. I'm going to choose something very light. Very, very light. Really light. Maybe there. Okay. So that's my colour there in that first square box there. I've got the paint bucket tool, which is behind the gradient tool. And I can just colour that. If I want to, you can leave yours white if you prefer, it doesn't make much difference. So there's my background, it's nice and blue. So on my desktop, I've got that orange. I've highlighted that, clicked it once, and I'm going to go Command and copy, click onto my background. Now I'm back on here. Let me just get this back on the screen for you so you can see it a bit better. And then Command and V on your Mac to paste. Let's just get out the paint bucket tool there a minute. I'm on the move tool now, top one. And look at that, you've got your edges to make your orange bigger. If you can't see those little squares, it's because the show transform controls aren't checked. Check that box. You don't need the auto select box checked. That can be a bit annoying, so just make sure you know which layer you're working on and check your box. So I'm just going to, whoops, I'm going to make the orange nice and big. Actually, I don't think I want it quite that big. There we go. That'll do. And double click to go, yep, happy with that. I've also got, you've got swatches, navigator, depends on what you're on. I'm on painting at the minute. There's all sorts you can have. I'll leave it on painting for now. But that allows you then to have your navigator there. So you can have it nice and big on the screen to see what you're doing. Okay, and you can zoom in and out. What I want to do now is create a text layer. Down to T. Okay, there's my text layer. I've chosen an Arial font. Choose something that's not too fancy pants because you want to still be able to read the word. I've chosen the simple one, Arial. I've gone bold, I've gone big, I've gone 72. I can make it bigger later if I need to. Okay, and I'm just going to type in the word orange. There's my orange. If I select the move tool now, there it is. Now it's actually, the colour of it is my front colour there, which was that blue that I used for the background, but I don't actually want my orange to be that colour. I want it to be orange. I'm going to pick an orange. So this tool here is called the eyedropper tool. Okay, that one there. Now if I click on my orange layer, I can choose, and if you look down here, the colour changes. An orange that I want to use, my orange text. Alright, so I've chosen that colour now. So if I go back to here, double click, I've double clicked the layer, it's highlighted all of that, and if I click on that now, it will choose that colour that I've put in that square. Let's have a look. My orange is now orange. But I've used this background image because I want to change this text and make it fit the orange shape. And there's a few different ways to play around with that. I'm going to show you a way that I think is quite simple. If you know any other ways to do this, just have a go. you know, for the lesson it's fine, just have a play. If it works, it works, so there's no wrong way. So here with this, okay, hang on, let me just cancel that a minute. I'm right clicking on the text layer, and I'm going to rasterize the type. And what that does, it stops it being a T text tool. I can't change that now, it is stuck as that. It's not the text tool anymore, but I can do things to it. So what I'm going to do is edit it, and I'm going to transform it, and I'm going to warp it. I'm going to try warping. There are different things you can do. I'm just going to play with this now just to see what it does. That gives you like boxes with these points you can adjust. So actually, if I turn the layer down a little bit on the opacity here, I can see what I'm doing a bit more. There we are. You can see what I'm doing now. Go back to my, I'm gonna have to go back to that thing again. Go back to my orange. Okay, edit, transform again, and warp it, because I didn't actually do anything to it. Now, I can warp my orange to fit the shape of the orange. All right, it's that simple. Way. Gone a bit weird. So pull it all out, change it, morph it, shape it to fit. And I'm going to come out a bit so I can see those anchor points, play with those as well. So here, it makes it more round, look at that. And you can pull it back down. Let's try these anchor points, pull it round. And that one, whoa, pull that round, because it's a round object, it's an orange. Okay. See, that's starting to fit, but this needs to come down. That needs to go up, and you get the idea. Okay, you can make it fit your shape of your fruit. So that's what you're doing today. Take your time with it, play around with it, make it fit your fruit shape. Come down a bit. Ooh. All right. Just for the sake of just a demo, I'll stop there for now, okay? So there's that. Let's turn that orange off. You can see now it's a bit wonky, it's not quite there, but you get the idea, okay? So there's your orange shape. I don't need the orange on anymore. So I can turn that off, and that's my shape. Now, you can do a few other things with it. They look a bit gimmicky, so sort of be careful with them. You can add effects on your orange layer. You could add a little bit of a drop shadow. Whoa, that's a bit strong. You could sort of slightly turn that off. Change the angle. So again, you can just play around with that sort of thing. Okay, so that's something you could play around with. Okay. And there you have, oops, your orange sort of in the shape of an orange. You can distort it a bit more and just play around with it. So just play with the text and get it to fit the shapes. All right, so have some fun with that today. Once you've done that, as always, save it. I'm going to save it as a copy. Saved it as the name of it. Okay, I'm going to save it on the computer. You can save these at the end of the lesson as a JPEG, and then you can put them on into your OneDrive and maybe onto Padlet as well. All right. So for now, I'm putting it on the desktop. I had one I did earlier. So okay. Close that down now. Don't want to save it. And here I have my orange. Okay. So just have a go at that today. Play around with that text tool and have fun with it. Try lots of different fruits. See if you can, I'm sure you can do a much better job than me, but that's just a quick demo to show you how it works. Okay, have fun.